What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the NarikChase channel. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video, we're going to continue on our video series on the Fallout 5 wish list. This is part 12, and in this one, we're going to be talking about multiple characters. Now, I know I have made another video about possibly having other characters to control in the game. That way, it would help to make a bit of variety when it comes to actual gameplay and replay value of it. Personally, I think the gameplay would be awesome if players are given more than one player to play as. Have about three characters who either have their own stories but are still open to player changes, or just have three blank slates and have the player modify them at their leisure. One game that follows this model is Grand Theft Auto 5, where players play as three main protagonists, Trevor, Michael, and Franklin, each with their own specific skill sets, personalities, and backstories. I think that a Fallout 5 game would greatly benefit, as I've said in that video previously, that we could actually play with several characters in the game. Yes, I would like to have companions as well, not the 12 or 13 that Fallout 4 had, which kind of messed up the companion system a little bit. But it'd be nice to actually have different stories to be told through maybe two characters, maybe even three characters. Also, there's the question of players controlling one at a time or playing as three in a group. One player controlled the other two AI controlled, with players able to change perspective at will. This would change up the dynamic of the companion system, but it would also let players have more control of companions. Okay, now both of those points I want to point out. As far as the first one, being able to play one character at a time, I think that would be actually pretty cool, because if you think about it, if you got three characters, you could have two holding down the fort, and then you can have one, and then when you want to change, after you go on your adventures or your missions or something, or if you think about it, that character could have their own specific type of missions, or if they're have if they've made quite this type of impression in the game world with the other characters and stuff like that, you can just go ahead and play with that character. Or even if you kind of mess up or something with a faction or whatever, you can just come back to your base of operations or your settlement, switch out characters, and then go with it with a new set of skills, a new personality, a new where the world views you as a character differently, which I think that's actually a pretty cool dynamic. Now, we could go with also having the three characters in a group, where if you're controlling one of them, the AI is controlling the other two, and then you can kind of switch the characters at will. I think this is also a pretty interesting dynamic as well. I do think if you did do it that way, that it would take away from possible storytelling, because if these three characters are always together, they're all sharing the same adventure. Whereas if you're playing with one character at a time, you can have different adventures. I think that's the actual interesting concept. In Fallout 4, this is one of the decisions that they put into the game. I wish they would have changed, where the sole survivor witnesses their spouse get killed and their child stolen. I wish honestly that the game would have made it to where the spouse didn't get killed. Just have maybe they got wounded, and then when they were frozen over again, you have to potentially go either the spouse would have gotten wounded and could have been healed when the sole survivor wakes up later on in the game, and that way you can play after healing that character. You can play both characters, the mommy and the daddy trying to go find their son in the wasteland, or the mom or the spouse didn't get hurt at all. The child just got stolen, and then you and the spouse have to figure out what's going on. I think that would have been two great dynamics, because you could play from a woman and a man's perspective. And I wish, and that would have helped with the storytelling between these two characters. Because one of the things I would have liked to see in Fallout 4 is actually some kind of montage, flashbacks, memories, dreams, more holotapes of their relationship, so that way you'll know how these two characters actually just vibe well with each other. I mean, we get one holotape and we get one like significant scene, but you don't really get the full gist of it. And that unfortunately in that does affect how the characters do approach the game and the story itself. But playing as multiple characters is not a bad idea. I think it would be exceptionally well done. If it's a blank slate, it's easy to just run into the world and just fill that blank slate with all these different decisions and choices that you would like to have. But I still think if there are multiple characters, have them set in some type of way of what they are. Perhaps a raider, perhaps a trader, perhaps a ranger, perhaps just an explorer, perhaps, just any of the multiple things that occupations that they have in a wasteland. Uh, but I would like to definitely like to talk about this subject again. But in the comment section below, guys, let me know your thoughts on having multiple characters to be played as in Fallout 5 if it is an option. And also be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on this channel. And we'll catch you guys later.